today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So, tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Browns. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
24 yards to gain there, another 1st down as well.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a 1st down catch on that previous play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Herbert just beat the play clock. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
7-7, our score after 1.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Watson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Watson now to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, Watson.
He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns.
Jalen Guyton,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have moved out in front.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 30. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Watson on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Watson. Under pressure, they got him again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert off of play action. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go to Elliott again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Oh, he shifts past him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator? Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. Herbert operating from the red zone, sliding out of the pocket. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? And they know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. It's Eckler again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Watson throws the out route, and he finds Hilton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Watson fighting Hilton on the slant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Watson steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Herbert on 1st down now. He's got this to Williams, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the O team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cleveland offense making their way out. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Pass complete to Chubb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Running on 1st down, Eckler, and he'll go down at the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now it's Herbert. Out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Chargers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take